Today's guest is a health and wellness advocate. She is a multi-award winning environmental innovator who uses workshops and inspirational speaking to motivate people to live a more sustainable life. She's the founder of Cathy's Crawley Composters, Cathy's Sprouters, and Cathy's Laughter Club. Welcome to the show, Cathy. How are you doing?
Thank you, Toby. That was awesome.
Thank you so much for joining me today on this episode of Mirror Talk Podcast. I really appreciate you making out time, to speak with me today and to educate me on, different things that you do in your life and, different things that you've achieved so far. I'm really grateful for this. Thank you so much for making out this time to speak with me.
It's my pleasure.
Can you, tell me more about yourself? Can you share your life journey that led you to become the one and only Cathy Crawley Laughing Bee Queen?
Yes, that title doesn't fit on a business card.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so it's really just simple solutions for today's challenges. Let me just explain the title. It's the Crawley part is worms. Cathy Crawley laughing is laughter yoga, and the Bean Queen is the sprouting part. And
Yes.
how did they all go together? I started my journey in 2002 when I became an entrepreneur and starting selling worms by the pound. So it's indoor composting with worms. So yes, I'm asking people to invite worms into their house. And I think that we're all put on earth for a reason. We came here with a purpose. We have to find it.
That's
if
true.
we take time to look for it.
Yeah, you're right.
Not everybody looks for what they're here for. They just go along like a hamster in the wheel and they just go day by day. I think it's a wonderful thing when we take time and look at what our journey is.
That's true.
So worms kept coming to me, and I'm located in Canada, just near Toronto, which is the largest city in the country. And in 2002, our landfill closed, where you put the garbage. And Canada's a very large country, and we couldn't find a place to put our garbage. So we started shipping garbage to the US, to the United States. Goodbye, garbage. So this is indoor composting with worms. So I was doing that business for about 10 years. I mean, it's 19 years now, but I started to get discouraged, one more person saying, "Ooh, worms in the house." And I was like, how am I going to put worms everywhere? If you're not hearing my message, if you're thinking, "Ooh, worms," you're not hearing how valuable they are and how we need them, how they're part of the solution, right? You're just like, nope, that's not for me. And you're shutting your ears. So I was kind of getting discouraged, and I was introduced to laughter yoga at that point. And I was like, laughter yoga, what is that? And it really is, and I'll explain more about it, but it's really about just laughing. It's not jokes or comedy. It's deciding to laugh. And laughter is a cardiovascular workout. Yeah. Laughter is the best medicine, right? We've all heard that.
Yes.
It's the truth. So I started to do laughter yoga, and then I thought, this is so beautiful. I love it. I'm going to be trained. So I became a laughter yoga leader. And then I love that so much. Now I'm a teacher, and I teach people how to lead laughter classes. Yeah, it's so beautiful. And during this time, I really hope to spend most of our time today talking about laughter yoga, because around the world, we're having this global connector, right? We have this global pandemic, which we have now a common thing that we all need to look at.
That's true.
Some countries are doing different measures, some are locking us, getting locked down. Some are, different measures anyway.
Yes, yeah.
I think right now we really have a mental health crisis. Everybody, we're afraid, we're stressed, we don't know what's coming. People have lost their jobs or their businesses. So it's very scary time. Laughter yoga is not laughing at the situation. It's laughing because of.
Yes.
Right. Because when we're stressed, we're not breathing properly. We're secreting cortisol. We're just like, oh, I'm afraid. When we're laughing, it opens us up, and it oxygenates our brain, and we can really think about, okay. Well, it brings us to the present. Let's say that.
Dear friend, you can grow your personal and business brand by creating a strong network through podcasting. Create real human connections, have the ability to share your story and interesting point of view. To get started, you can make use of the special offer for friends of this podcast, which is on kitcaster.com/mirror. kitcaster.com/MIRROR. The link and further instruction or details will be found in the show notes for this episode. Thank you. Don't forget to follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts, or whatever platform you listen to this on. Thank you. Yes, that's true. And I would also love us to talk about the worms later, but I would love us to face this laughter yoga first of all. Like you're the founder of Cathy's Laughter Yoga. So for someone out there who has never heard about laughter yoga before, can you explain this in much more details? And what inspired you to start your own laughter yoga?
Absolutely. Yes, do it. Let's. So laughter yoga it's not fancy pants or poses. It's not jokes or comedy. It's intentional laughter exercises. Started in 1995 by a medical doctor in India, Dr. Madan Kataria. His goal is world peace through laughter. It's a global movement. It's 26th anniversary. There are laughter clubs around the world. And it's so beautiful. Some countries have grasped onto laughter yoga more than others. I mean, India, it's very big there. It's very big in Malaysia, Singapore, Japan, China have large clubs and around the country, around the globe. It's a global movement, all of us laughing together. And so as the laughter leader, what happens is it's deep diaphragmatic breathing, gentle exercises, gentle movements to get in our body. And each laughter yoga teacher incorporates different modalities. So I've been trained in tapping, which is emotional freedom technique, tapping on the meridians, and different energy modalities, brain gym, just different things. So I incorporate those movements or those energy healings with laughter. Laughter goes with everything. It's so fun, right? If you don't feel like laughing, laugh anyway. Right? Because our brain is the thinker. So our brain might be thinking, wow, this feels weird, laughing for no reason. Like, oh, you want me just to laugh? Yes, it's deciding to laugh. And our body is the feeler. So our body, when we laugh, starts secreting the love drugs, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. So all the love drugs get secreted. We're in charge of our own pharma when we laugh or when we cry. We feel good, we get oxygen in our body, and we connect. Why did I start my club? Because we were shut down during this time. And everybody isolated. We're all in our own little place, like depending where you are now, it's all going on, a year and a half, 2 years, this has been going on, right? So the laughter clubs, and there are clubs around the world, like people can laugh 24/7, I think, with different laughter clubs. And each person would bring different gifts. Mine are high energy. They're 9:30 on Tuesday morning. And so they're high energy to get people in, this part of the world in Eastern time, ready to take on the day. When I do sessions in the evening, they're more low key and people ready to go to sleep.
So how do you practice this? Like, how can I've never seen laughter yoga. I've never been to a class before. So how can I, imagine this? What am I supposed to do? What are some, simple tips I could learn from this, and I could also practice for myself right here in the corner of my bedroom or in my home?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's clapping and chanting. So when you clap palm to palm. So you're activating the meridians, like acupuncture without the needles. And there's a little mantra. You say ho, ho, ha, ha, ha. So there's rhythm and chanting. And then There's incorporating music, because music goes right to our soul. As soon as we hear a happy song, we want to jump around and we feel better.
Yes.
Laughter's the same idea. So
Mm.
we're just kind of tricking ourselves. We're just laughing, and then when we're laughing with other people, it becomes contagious. So even if we're like, I don't really feel like laughing, come to the club.
Mm.
And then when you see other people, and you need to decide, right? You can stay
Yeah.
in that grumpy mood if you like,
Mm-hmm.
but it really does change the way that we feel. When you're
Mm.
sad or depressed, we're closed, we're not taking up much space, we're breathing shallow. So what we need to do, like if you don't feel like going for a walk, go for a walk.
Mm. Yes.
Right? As soon as you get outside, you feel better, open up, just jump around,
Mm.
put on that happy song, and then it just changes how you feel.
Yes, that's true. That's very true.
Mm.
So can you educate me more on the, importance of laughter? Like, so for someone out there who's saying, why do I have to laugh? Like, how does it benefit my health and my wellness? Can you educate me on, the influence of laughter on our health and wellness?
Oh, it's so many ways. Thank you. Yes. So laughter, I talked about the love drugs. As soon as we're
Mm.
laughing, as soon as we smile, we send a note to our brain, hey, I must be happy.
Yeah.
And then we start secreting the love drugs.
Yes.
So we're in charge of our own pharma. Breath is our life. If we're not breathing, of course we're dead. Not funny, right? Not funny. So when we're laughing, we're going, ha, 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 ha. We have to go, we have to inhale if we want to keep on ha-haing, because we're exhaling during ha-has.
True.
When we ha-ha and ho-ho, if you put your hands on your belly, our diaphragm is connected to all of our organs. So as soon as we say ho or ha, we're moving our diaphragm. So it's internal jogging for our organs. And then we're doing that deep diaphragmatic breathing. So here's an example for you. So our brain requires 25% more oxygen than the rest of our body as an operating principle. It's the machine, right? It's an answering machine. Yeah, right. It's getting all of our organs going. It keeps us upright. It does all those things without us even like consciously thinking about it. Okay. When we're stressed, a lot of that, the oxygen, blood, every lymph leaves our brain because we go into fight, flight, or freeze. We're in stress now. We need to get out of stress. Like in old times, like a saber-toothed tiger was chasing us. We got to get out of there.
Yes.
We don't need to think about it. We just got to do it. Right?
Yeah.
We're not being chased today, but same body response, right? So all of that stuff leaves our brain. Laughter forces us. So when we're not breathing, here's an example. Have you ever lost your keys, phone, glasses?
Yes.
And you're flapping around, you're like, oh, where are my keys? I gotta go.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
The longer you're flopping around, you're never finding them. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be late. Where I gotta go.
Yeah.
Right? You're not even breathing. You're just like stressed. You're like, oh my gosh, all the things that are gonna happen when you're late. So I can't stop you from losing something, but here's a gift. When next time it's happening, hopefully my little voice comes through. Okay, so next time you're flopping around, stop, take a nice deep breath in, laugh it off, apologize to everybody, and then you'll find your key. Oh my gosh, they're right there. Because when we go into stress, we kind of get blind a little bit. Like we get tunnel vision. We can't see around us. We're just flapping around for that thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Laughter forces us. So it oxygenates our beautiful body. Trillions of cells start to have a party. The effects of a laughter class, which is anywhere between 30 and 60 minutes, you've just fully oxygenated your whole body. So you start with some gentle warm-ups, clapping and chanting, deep breathing. And then there's little games like, there's 40 foundational exercises, but there's all kinds because you come up with your own. It's imagination and creativity. On Zoom, like they were in person, but on Zoom, we've had to come up with new exercises.
Wow.
We used to do an exercise standing on a crowded elevator. So we'd all crowd together and then we're laughing. Ha ha ha, we're all crowded in the elevator.
Yeah.
You can't do elevator laughter on Zoom, but what you can do is going up, going down, right? So you go up and out of the frame,
Yes.
or just doing things, cleaning your camera, high five. Like there's different activities that we've come up with. Making milkshakes. So you just pour your ingredients and you drink it. Ha ha ha. It's just the idea is just to have fun.
Yeah.
And you end with a magnificent laughter meditation, 1 or 2 minutes or longer of just full on laughter.
Wow.
You're just full on ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Laughing. And then you stop laughing. Once it's over, the leader will, direct the meditation. You invite people, if they're comfortable, to close their eyes and then just feel that energy. It's like you've created this. Oh, it's just, you feel floaty and you feel like magnificent. And then you just guide people, to send that energy to somebody, if they know anybody who can use this magic medicine.
Yes.
Right? Laughter's the best medicine. Take some for yourself. And then we help Dr. Kateri in his goal of world peace by sending this energy around the world to places that could use some of this wonderful energy.
Yeah.
Somewhere that's had a recent, climate crisis, like a flood or a tornado, a hurricane, fires, the leaving of an army from a country.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yes.
There's so many places. Maybe it's your own backyard, or maybe we just want to send this universal energy, right? Laughter is the universal language. It doesn't take words. You don't have to speak the same language. And now in my laughter club,
Yes.
I get people from around the world.
Wow.
Right. And we just come,
Yes.
we clap, you're just watching people clap. So you're just playing along. We're just playing together. It's, and it's allowing, though, right? Again, if you're stressed and you're serious and you don't want to look silly, it might take a few times for you to really warm up to the idea of laughing for no reason.
Yeah, because sometimes it could be, quite difficult to break that force of inertia, from not feeling, to laugh, or something like not having the emotions to laugh, but then you have to force yourself to laugh. Like, for someone out there who does not generally just like laughing, how would you encourage that person to, break that force of inertia from, having just a frozen face or a serious face to, laughing?
So you, as the leader, you ask people to give themselves permission. Allow yourself this opportunity to play. Just see how it feels to smile, even if you don't feel like it. And then add a little ha-ha, a little chuckle. You don't have to laugh full on. I'm a big laugher. I'm like, ha 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 ha. I don't mind. I'm doing my laughter yoga. It's all good. I know the benefits.
Yeah.
But for people that are new, and I've always been a natural laugher. I mean, we all know in our life, there's people that you're like, oh my gosh, that person has such a big laugh.
Yeah.
Right? I'm one of those.
Wow.
For people that are smaller laughers, you know what is the most powerful laughter exercise, Toby, is silent laughter.
Wow. What is silent?
And so silent laughter, you say, oh my gosh, imagine that we're at the library or somebody's sleeping in the next room and you can't make any noise, but something's so funny. So you start laughing, but you're not making any noise, but you're doing the whole cardiovascular, you're crunching your abs, you're actually doing it without doing it. And so it's harder on your belly, like to go and not making any noise. So just inviting people to allow themselves. That's the biggest piece, because people are serious. We don't want to look silly. We don't want to, we don't want people to think differently of us, but imagine we're all laughing. And so it really is in allowing yourself permission. And when I do live speaking gigs with the laughter, that's the biggest gift that I can offer, is just allowing yourself the time, the permission to do it.
Yes.
And then experiencing the magic. It takes more energy not to play than to play.
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're very right. Yes.
Like everyone's laughing.
Yeah.
And you're like, nope. Imagine how much energy it takes not to play. It's
Yeah,
funny.
that's true.
So the benefits, 10 to 15 minutes of sustained belly laughter
Mm,
is equivalent to about 30 minutes on a rowing machine or 300 sit-ups. Can
wow.
you imagine?
Wow, that's,
Wow.
yes, it's a huge benefit. Very huge benefit.
So beautiful. And it
Yes.
helps with everything. So if somebody is doing something like, say, a household chore, like, I really dislike doing dishes.
Mm,
Okay, but you got to do the dishes.
mm,
So if you add laughter, like you're like, ha 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 ha, while you're washing, ha ha ha, while you're drying, ha ha ha, you're putting them away.
mm.
Now it's a fun chore.
Yeah.
Or you're laughing with the kids, like say that you have your children and they're like, I don't want to help you with the dishes.
Mm,
Okay, well, let's grab a tea towel and let's just have some fun.
yes.
And then now it's a game, it's fun, or vacuuming or doing laundry or any chore.
That means laughter helps us, add fun to whatever activity that we are doing, actually. Yeah.
Exactly. And then it's not like exercise at all.
Yeah, true. That's right. That's right. But sometimes in life, like you made mention of, like different disasters or this pandemic also that is going through on, like with lockdowns, or for some people feeling isolated and all of that. Like, how would you advise someone to still incorporate laughter into their everyday life? Like, no matter what the situation is, no matter what they are going through, to still, find that time to laugh. Like, is there like some, advice you could give some people that, find it very difficult to laugh due to their situation, condition, or wherever they find themselves at the moment?
Absolutely. Thank you. That's a great question. So we're not laughing at the situation. We're
Mm,
laughing because of.
mm,
So we're not laughing because we're having a pandemic. We're laughing because if we weren't laughing, we would be really stressed and we
yes.
would be fearful. So choosing to laugh every day improves our well-being, improves our state, helps us become more resilient
Mm,
because we get out of stress. We oxygenate our beautiful brain, the answering machine, which
mm,
allows us to then come up with solution.
yeah.
So it's a choice. It really is choosing how we want to feel that day.
Mm,
And when we laugh, the more resilient we become. We change and we change the people around us
mm,
because it's vibration.
yes.
It's only vibration. That's it.
Mm,
When we're sad, we're vibrating very slowly, very low. When we laugh, we're vibrating very quickly,
yeah.
and it's high energy. It's like the sound of the gods is
Mm,
laughter.
mm,
That's the music of the universe,
yeah.
is laughter.
Mm,
So that's what I would say to people. I want to let you know about this wonderful documentary called Laughology by the director was Albert Nuremberg. He was when he was filming this documentary, he was going to India to film the founder of laughter yoga,
mm,
to interview him.
yes.
He arrived the day after the Mumbai bombings,
Mm.
and he said he was thinking, I guess that's that. How can we record a piece on laughter when there's been such a big tragedy?
Yes.
And Dr. Kateria said, we have to laugh because of that. We must.
Mm.
Because that happened, we must laugh because that will help us heal.
Mm. So laughter helps us to heal.
Laughter helps us to heal. It's in health.
Mm.
Health is like the word heal is in health.
Yeah.
As a society, we live in the past. Oh, those things we did, they don't define us.
Mm.
They're not us. We're
Yeah.
here now,
You're
right?
right.
Or tomorrow that's not even here yet. But we're
Mm.
like, oh, I wonder tomorrow, we're worried. And, so laughter really does bring us to right now. It helps us just be present.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much for educating me on laughter. For anyone who's interested, in joining your laughter class, I will put the link to your, website in the show notes for this episode. So anyone can just click on the link, copy the link, and sign up for your laughter class every Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern time. All right.
Beautiful. Yes.
Yes. Thank you for listening to the first part of this podcast conversation. In the second part, we'll be talking about sustainability, vermicomposting, and sprouting. Thank you for listening.